everyone, welcome to this week's instalment of Social Media Snippets. This week I'm going to be sharing my tips for staying disciplined and the art of working from home. Usually my office is actually around the corner at my granddad's, so I do manage to escape every now and again. However, there are times when I do work from home and it's something I've been doing for a couple of years now, so I like to think I've got fairly good at it. My first thing would be to write your to-do list. What is it that you need to get done today? And include absolutely everything on it, whether it's something small that's just for your own business or whether it's a massive project that you think you couldn't possibly forget. Make sure that you write it down because you will be surprised how that brain can wander. The next thing is to tick them off as you're doing them. You can really feel like you're not accomplishing much because you're at home, and I know that I've had times in the past where I've almost felt like I've had to do twice as much to justify the fact that I'm at home. You'll end up burning yourself out, so make sure you keep in check of just how much you have achieved whilst working from your sofa. I'd also make sure that anything that could distract you, such as shopping or housework, has already been done. There's one surefire way to get me distracted, and that's for me to start the housework. I might see something small that just needs putting away, or I might just quickly clean this bit. However, before you know it, I've blitzed the kitchen, all the washing's been washed, ironed and put away, and I've stripped the beds, and 2 hours has gone out of my working day. What that actually means for me is that I'll end up working for 2 hours in the evening, which isn't great for my work-life balance. So I try and make sure that any of those odd jobs that need doing beforehand are all done before I start working. Next will be to make sure that anything you need is charged, has cables near it, or is easily reachable. Again, the last thing you want to be doing is getting up from that desk or the sofa or wherever it is you're working to fetch something and getting distracted by something else. There's so much to be distracted around your home. You will find jobs that you didn't realise needed doing until it's a distraction from your work. So make sure that everything you need is within easy reach. My fiance often comes home and the sofa is covered in technology, in notebooks, in lists, pens, whatever it might be, but it's all things that I need within reach so that I can just power on through. On the flip side of that is make sure that you take regular breaks. I can't tell you the amount of times that it has got to 5 o'clock, my fiance's walked through the door and I've realised that I've not eaten and I've also not drank all day. Make sure that you realise what time it is, set an alarm and make sure that you go and you have lunch and you get that break. It's not good for your eyes, it's not good for your mental state, and it's not good for your well-being to just sit and work for a solid however many hours a day. Make sure that you're taking regular breaks just as you would in a day job. And lastly, make sure that you've got good methods of communication. If you need to be speaking to your boss, to clients, to colleagues, to whoever, make sure that you are able to do that. If you're scheduled to have a Zoom meeting, make sure you're au fait with how it works before it happens. Make sure that you've got good signal, or otherwise set up another way to get in contact with somebody. And if you need the internet, likewise, check that your connection is stable and good enough for whatever it is you need to be doing. You need to make sure that when you sit down to work, you can hit the ground running. So there's nothing more infuriating for yourself or for your employer if there's suddenly a million reasons why you can't work. So I hope that helps, and I hope that it is motivating you to hopefully carry on through this horrible lockdown and get as much work done as possible. Bye!